Hi, I'm Stephen Taylor. I'm a student at the Ripley Sixth Form.
Hi, I'm Helen. I'm also a sixth former at Ripley St Thomas.
So we came over to Ken Thompson's home to listen to his memories about the film The Entertainer.
It was really nice to meet Ken. He had some brilliant memories and it just kind of shed a light on the history of Morecambe a bit more.
He was a professional drummer in a real band called The Clippers, and that band, The Clippers, was actually in the movie.
So Ken, how did you manage to get the audition to be a part in The Entertainer?
I had a friend who worked for Morecambe Corporation. The corporation liaised with the film company, and he found out that they were looking for a band, so he contacted me. One of the directors, Roy Millichip it was called, came to our house one morning at 7 o'clock for us to do an audition, because originally we were going to actually play in the film, which we didn't, as it turned out. When a film's being made, as it's going along, they're making changes all the time, and so the band was playing in the house at 7 o'clock in the morning, much to the dismay of the neighbours.
So once they took your band in, did you have like a very sort of set schedule, and did you have deadlines to fill?
We had to be at the theatre, the Alhambra Theatre, every morning for 7 o'clock, and we went through till about 6 o'clock in the evening. And obviously we weren't being used all the time. A lot of the time we were just sat in the theatre watching Lawrence Olivier on stage doing his act and that, and watching the film being made.
Yeah.
We had to learn this song and then and arrange, rehearse this walking up and down the stage, and singing the song. And that was about it really, and then as you know at the end, as the curtain came down and as it went up, Lawrence Olivier grabbed hold of it and sort of went so far up with it and then dropped down, and then it came down again, and that was it really, as I seem to remember, because I did 2 or 3 takes. They just said they wanted another take, but they didn't necessarily say why, The scene at the other side, the opposite side of the stage, and I think it was Alan Bates was talking to Joan Plowright, and I had to walk past them up onto the stage, brushing my hair with my hands, and then talking to a couple of girls that were in the show, and that was about it really. There was myself and one of the other, Brendan, one of the other lads in the band. And one of the girls there was a trampoline act called Burrell and Bobo, and there was a girl from that act, and as I say, Brendan and myself, and we had to just walk up to this spot while Lawrence Olivier's on the phone, and the camera sort of panned round, and that's when we took up most of the screen, just for a couple of seconds. And Lawrence Olivier was on the phone to Thora Hurd, and you could hear a voice in the background, but she was supposed to be in Burnley. They came from Burnley, supposedly. But actually, just round the corner, to the side of where he was on the phone, there were some steps, and Thora Hurd was actually sat on these steps just a few feet away from him at the end of the phone. But of course it sounded as if she was in Burnley. So, it was quite... Because it was a black and white film, I suppose it had to come across that we were wearing stage makeup, so they couldn't just put a bit on. We were plastered with it, It's makeup, lipstick and the lot. And to be honest, I can't remember what we got paid, but all I do know is I bought a motorbike.
What was it like being in the film? Do you remember any funny memories or meeting any famous people?
I didn't actually get to meet them personally, obviously, because we were literally extras, But there was one story. We got friendly with Lawrence Olivier's dresser, and he took us into his Lawrence Olivier's dressing room, and there were all his suits hung up, you know, in the dressing room. And Laurence Olivier used Tweed perfume. Yes, that's what I thought. And he actually, his dresser, he put some perfume on some of his perfume on our shirt collars, you know. I was quite chuffed about that. Never washed that shirt for ages. I've got some of Laurence Olivier's perfume on my shirt, you know. When Laurence Olivier was appearing in the film in Morecambe, he was filming during the day, and in the evening he was in Shakespeare in Stratford-on-Avon, and they had a converted ambulance, and he used to travel, when he was travelling between Morecambe and Stratford, he would be sleeping. In the evening we used to go to the Rushes, what they call the Rushes, you know, and it was at the Empire Cinema as was, and it was called the Plaza Cinema, and that's where I actually saw it, and it was the weirdest experience, sat in a cinema watching myself on the screen. It was weird, it was really weird. I'm sort of there and here at the same time.
Why should I care? Why should I let it touch me? Why shouldn't I sit down and try to let it pass over me? Why should they stare? Why should I let it get me? What's the use of despair if they call you a square? You're a long time dead like my old pal Fred. So why, oh why should I bother to